So, I've been thinking a bit about the beacon. You know, the thing we've been casually using to move between different areas of the outbreak zone. Well, we don't know what it is, or who built it. Same goes for the funny little vending machines. We think they're safe. Certainly no one's lost anything while using them, but they are something of a peculiarity. They appear to have been cobbled together from machine parts pulled from different time periods in our world. A bit of this from the 50s, a dash of that from the 60s, a sprinkle of something from the 80s. You get the idea. It just doesn't really make sense them being here. Now, I've got a theory, and it is only a theory, that someone or something in the Dark Ether has sent them here to help us. I'm not sure. It's definitely something to look into.
I was reviewing Ethereum production reports this morning, and it seems we are running out of storage space. My, the worm has certainly turned for energy research ever since we began operations in the Urals. I have more Ethereum now than I know what to do with, thanks mostly to my harvester units. This embarrassment of riches has allowed us to put several new projects into development, not least of which is Requiem's very own teleporter. Oh, it is not quite ready yet, but I would bet my slide rule that it will surpass the crude portals Dr. Peck slapped together in Vietnam. Then there is the new prototype from the weapons lab. Carver asks about it every day, like a child impatient for Christmas. Patience, Major. You shall have your new wonder weapon soon enough.
I wanted to ask, do you have any doubts about the decisions we've made regarding Agent Maxis?
Doubts? As you know, in the military, doubts rarely do you any good after a decision has already been made.
But does that mean you don't have them?
We all have doubts, Weaver. It's what makes us good at what we do. It's what makes us human. If we didn't have doubts, we might as well just put a tactical computer program in charge of operations.
I'm just worried that our decision to take away the radio she used to talk to the team could render her more unstable.
All the more reason to stick by the decision we made. Regardless of how useful she's been in the past, the last thing we need is instability within our chain of command.
She's done so much for us. We wouldn't even be here if she hadn't risked her life to get us the Project End Station footage.
I know. And I know how close you are to her. The most important thing we can do now is to make sure that she gets better. To make sure that she in no way compromises our mission. Of that, I have zero doubts.
Thank you, Major. I appreciate your perspective. That'll be all.
While a whole lot's been going right for us in the OZ, Field Ops is reporting an increase in Dark Ether assaults on our strike teams and security patrols. It's almost as if the infected are changing up their tactics. They're starting to ambush our people with heavily armed undead hordes. Well, maybe horde isn't quite the right word. That implies a lack of organization, but the reports I'm seeing refer to specific combinations of enemies. Foot soldiers supporting elites, working together in a coordinated fashion. This all started happening after we took down a few of their high-valued targets. I can't help but think they've realized that we're going after their top brass, and now they're out for payback. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overestimating their brain power. I mean, even ants will pull together to defend their queen. But what if I'm right? What if these hordes really are organized death squads? Our little war with the Dark Ether may have just entered a whole new phase. Fuck. Okay, Mac, okay. Just gotta take a breath now and shake off these jitters. Think it through. Fact. Dark Ether hostiles come in different classes, different threat levels. It's why we're calling some specials, some elites, and some apex level. Fact, we've seen them work together, attacking us with a mix of offensive capabilities. Reminds me of how we outfit platoons with a range of weapons. Riflemen, snipers, heavy gunners. The others roll their eyes when I point this out, but I know a tactical unit when I see one. And then there's what I saw today while I was waiting in the director's office. It was right there on his desk, face up in his inbox, straight from the DNI. Eyes only. You don't just leave that kind of document lying around. Was he testing me? Anyhow, the memo confirms what I've been trying to warn them about. They know there's a top dog on the other side. Some kind of entity in charge of the rest. So why aren't we talking about that? Why aren't we making plans to take that damn thing out? Gonna have to play this cool. Act like I didn't see nothing. But I sure as hell did.
Ulrich Vogel, Director of Project End Station, 29th of January, 1945. Well, it is finally done. 2 days ago, we bid farewell to those sent here by the Führer to carry out Operation Boulder. Godspeed, heroes of the Reich. Unfortunately, the strain proved too much for the cyclotron. Several seals blew on the cooling unit, and radioactive steam contaminated the station. I ordered an evacuation. The entire staff is gone now, on their way to join our forces in retreat. But with the Red Army advancing, I can only hope they got away in time. As for me, I have chosen to remain and monitor the equipment. I must confirm Task Force Boulder is in position. Everything now rides on their success. I have no illusions about my chances here. This is Soviet territory now, and when they find me, they will surely kill me. But, in a sense, they are already too late. I, alone, have secured the future of our nation.
It has been a long time, Weaver.
Ravenov, you've got some balls using this line after what you and Sam did.
We did the right thing. You may not say it out loud, but I know, in your heart, you agree.
If you have intelligence, you contact me, Ravenov. Maxis is not CIA. She can't help you.
And yet, we achieved what you could not. Descent and division within Omega itself.
What are you talking about?
The fallout from Operatia Inversia in Omega. People are talking. Staff are scared. Concerned about the KGB's direction. Some believe they have gone too far. I have been contacted by a group of Omega scientists. They wish to defect.
Great. They know where the embassy is in Moscow.
Don't be a Mudak, Weaver. These are good people. They defect not out of hatred, passion. They seek to right Omega's wrongs. These scientists report directly to Valentina and Peck. We both know what that would mean for Requiem. The embassy is a death sentence. You know this. We may as well deliver them straight to Gulag.
Okay. Okay. Let me run it upstairs. I'll be in touch. Oh, and Ravenov, don't ever call me on Sam's line again. Ravenov, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What news from upstairs?
We have a green light.
Хорошо, Налости. Good news, indeed. I knew you would see things my way.
Here's the deal. First, I need names, ranks, ages, breakdowns on all the defectors and their roles.
You will have it. Next.
Next, the scientists have to travel to the Ural Mountains. We'll use my strike team for evac while they're in the OZ.
It will be done. When the scientists are in position, I will contact you to provide extraction.
One more thing. We do this. We do it my way. You work with me. No more of this behind my back bullshit. Understood?
Da, Weaver. You are the boss.
Damn straight.
Хорошо, comrade. That is the spirit. I will be in touch when the time is right.
It may seem like our work in the Ural Mountains has just gotten started, but Langley already considers Operation Threshold a massive success. They said an ongoing operation in the heart of the Soviet Union was impossible. The logistics alone, getting equipment and personnel in and out, was enough of a challenge. But we got creative with the rockets, satellites, cargo drops. We even developed a way to refuel Raptor 1 mid-flight. A lot of dedicated people made this happen. Then, there is the risk of triggering World War III. Fortunately, both sides have a vested interest in keeping these outbreaks from the public. So anything short of a full-scale battle with Soviet forces can remain our little secret. Just be careful out there. What you've accomplished so far has enabled us to significantly catch up with Omega's Ethereum research. We haven't quite closed the gap yet, but I know you won't quit until we're ahead.
I thought you'd like to know that our rocket retrieval crew in the North Atlantic have just recovered their 100th payload of Ethereum collected in the Urals. Quite the milestone. Success was far from assured when Operation Threshold was still on the drawing board. Oh, I knew my Ethereum harvesters would function as designed. The hard part was bringing them back home, where we could put it to good use. And we are putting it to very good use. My essence conversion modules, on the other hand, require more direct participation from you. The creatures must be lured close and liberated of their essence. It is a rather visceral process, and the subsequent conversion of essence into objects can only be done within the outbreak zone. A dangerous endeavor, yes. But Major Carver assures me you are up to the task. I suppose this is my way of saying we could not have gotten this far without you. No matter what technology we may employ, you are Requiem's most valuable asset. Bravo.
Well, we certainly do live in strange times, don't we? First off, I wanted to thank you personally for your work on the Recon rover missions. The lessons we're learning are going to prove invaluable as we move forward. As you no doubt witnessed firsthand, the specimens on board the rover were physically transformed after they passed into the Dark Ether. We're trying to ascertain if this process is similar to what we saw with the creature we dubbed the Mimic, but we're just not sure. Or were the specimens actually replaced by other objects from the Dark Ether? If so, does that mean there are now little monkeys lost in there? Either way, it's a horrible thought. The rover did manage to transmit some audio and video recordings during its mission, but I really don't even want to get into that right now. Our working theory is that Ethereum functions in the other dimension like oxygen does in our own. That would explain why the infected can't move beyond the outbreak zone. If they did, they just wouldn't be able to survive, like a fish out of water. Last thing, do let us know if you start to experience any strange symptoms or feel that you yourselves are, changing in any way. I honestly wouldn't want you to go through anything like whatever the poor monkeys did. Bless their little furry socks.
Carver here. If there's one thing I've learned from Operation Threshold, is that you know how to take down the biggest and baddest the Dark Ether has to offer. And hunting those HVTs has yielded good information for the lab coats and number crunchers. But my mind's been on the big open question hanging over it all. If these SOBs do have a pecking order, and there's any rhyme or reason to their attacks, then that suggests some sort of command structure. I mean, we see the HVTs call in reinforcements. We see them work together like undead platoons. So who's calling the shots over there? Who or what is their commander-in-chief? I want you to help me find out, Strike Team. My fellow experts over here don't want to hear it when I tell them these things operate like an army. What I haven't told them about yet is the document I saw on the director's desk. The folks above my pay grade know there's gotta be a hierarchy. They're just not ready to call it out yet. So find me something they can't ignore. Some intel, some evidence. Help me figure out who's in charge on the other side. And then we'll paint a big, fat target on them.
Just a moment. 22nd of July, 1984. Commencing a meeting. Valentina, sit, please.
You said you wanted to see me.
Doctor, how do you find my leadership techniques?
Efficient. Effective. You produce results.
And you would agree that should be our goal, huh? To produce results. Above all else.
Of course, Colonel. What is this about?
It occurred to me, you have said very little about my commandeering of Operatia Inversia.
Sir?
Come now. It was your project. Until I swooped in and snatched it from you. You must be upset. Angry.
I am, above all else, loyal to Omega. While it is true you have adjusted its parameters, if you believe it is the correct course of action, you have my full support.
I already had that. Give me your honesty. You must have questions. Speak freely.
Where did I fail? When I brought it to the committee, they seemed impressed. Did my targets present too great a risk? Was my plan too ambitious?
Too ambitious. You were not ambitious enough. But that is not a failing of yours. There is much you do not know. My intelligence tells me there is something out there. It is watching our world, looking for a way in. If it finds one, we must be ready. Rest assured, the West will be ours. But first, we must face the wolf at the door.
As always, I follow your orders. I am committed to our cause. We were the first.
And we are the last. Very good. Without you, my Operatia Inversia would not exist.
Always happy to build a solid foundation, Colonel.
This better be good. Come back, kid.
If it is not Gorev, at the very least it will be amusing.
Funny. Come over here. Hold this retractor. Almost. Got it. Here, look at this.
An Omega ID badge?
Lieutenant Kazakov, Omega Armored Division at Outpost 25.
He escorted the Ethernauts in one of your tank suits, yes. I saw the blueprint. What is your point?
I am confused as well. We have seen this before. We lose men in dark ether, they come back with bad skin rash. This Krasny soldat is not different than others we have seen transformed by Ethereum.
Ah, see, that's what I thought as well. You're half right.
I have never been half anything, Peck.
Okay. Now just a sec. This is one of our men, and the armor is very similar, but it is not the same. Look at the color, the design. This isn't my work.
He came back with it.
And as far as I know, Ethereum crystals rot your brain. They can't give your car a new coat of paint. Someone's upgrading them. Over there.
We keep this between us for now. The Colonel has developed fiery new ideas. I do not wish to add more kindling. Understood? Good. Peck, see that this thing is destroyed.
Peck, personal log, September 3rd, 1984, 2:35 a.m. The witching hour approaches. Cheers. It's been nearly 2 months since my arrival. Work on the inversion warheads proceeds as planned. Operations continue to run smoothly, but... oh, damn it all. You're right, Peck. You're always right. Wait, that's not what this is about. Look, too many sleepless nights. Maybe it's too much time down here in the deep, in the darkness. I could go to the surface, but there are things up there science just can't explain. The demonic echoes that keep tormenting my staff. An ethereal orb that, I don't know, it cries out with the laughter of children. It's enough to drive a man insane. Not that I'm insane. No, I'm holding it together. Nothing to worry about here. Old noggin's good. But we keep trying to bend this reality to work for us. We mine and pilfer for resources to build our weapons and warheads. We really have no clue what we're dealing with, do we? I mean, 1 second this place is trying to kill you. The next it's dropping treasure chests out of the sky. Am I crazy, or are we vastly underestimating the powers in play? I found one of those computers from the Dark Ether. Omega studied them, but they don't have much to show for it. But I've spoken to someone on the other side. I haven't told the others. I need to be careful. Keep my cards close to my chest. After all, knowledge is power.
The 16th of August, 1984. Personal log. He visited me again tonight. As I slept, he appeared before me. He is but a shadow to me. So close yet so far. He told me to have faith. I must stay the course. There were recent developments last month that were unanticipated. He assured me that all was not lost. His plan, our plan, is still on schedule. He had new instructions for me. I will see that they are completed. We will be reunited. We will rise again. Our destiny is all but assured.
Hello, Beck. It seems like you're finally settling in. Back in groove, as it were.
Yeah. Well, the groove used to have 20/20 vision.
You Americans are so soft and spoiled. Life is full of pain, Beck. After my father died, my uncle took me in. He was cruel, did not believe women should have education, made me work in his factory. So what did I do? Every night I snuck into library and I read biochemistry, microbiology, physics. At 16, I was accepted at university. If I can survive childhood, you can survive little eye problem.
Valentina, I had no idea. How did you convince your uncle to let you go to school?
Convince him? When he found out, he tried to imprison me in basement, so I slit his throat.
Of course. Let me assure you, we're making excellent progress. Harnessing those crystalline creatures has certainly sped up development.
Is that so? I trust you are taking appropriate security measures.
Hey now, I only lost my eye, not my attention to detail.
Is that supposed to be a joke?
I thought so.
Just send me a report on your latest security protocols. And that facility blueprint I asked for.
Yeah, sure. Come back, kid. One of my birds said you were looking for me. You're goddamn right I was. I need your security teams to prioritize these fucking things. I've lost 3 scientists this week. Oh, slow down, William. Take breath. You'll sound like my son when he breaks toy. Now, tell me what has happened, but in calm, rational voice, like adult man. Look, infected I can handle. Undead dogs, sure. Crystalline men, no problem. But these damn demon echoes? I have heard of this creature. It can summon friends to its position. Loud scream made of fire. Yeah, but one got the jump on Dr. Leonov while he was taking a leak. You ever see that? It summoned a dozen friends while you're in the job. Custodial spent 2 days cleaning up what was left of him. What are you asking for, Doctor? What can I do to make you happy, man? Just have your men do sweeps for these echoes. The Colonel has accelerated our delivery schedule for the warheads. We cannot afford any more delays. I am growing concerned, Zol. His behavior since coming here has been erratic.
Peck has always had his quirks, you know this.
Yes, but he is more skittish than usual. He is talking to himself. He spends all day and night in that silo.
Do you suspect Ethereum exposure?
It is hard to say. He has developed new obsession. You have seen Strange Computer, yes?
Exoscience disassembled one. We are struggling to make sense of it. Its mechanisms are complex.
Our American friend talks to it.
I have heard of others who do this. It is like moth and flame. They are drawn to it, but do not know why.
Apparently, it talks back to Peck.
Does the Colonel know this?
Yet. It was going to draft a report.
Hold for now. Give me a few days. Let me investigate.
Saves me paperwork. I have little interest in chasing ghosts.
Honestly, I am surprised you thought this could be kept secret.
You act like I've done something wrong. All I did was talk to it.
And what is it? Who is it? This person on the computer. Speak up, Doctor. Are you loyal to Omega's cause or to yourself? Who are you speaking to?
He won't tell me his name. He just told me I need to prepare. He says something is coming. An army of some sort.
This army. What did he tell you of it?
He called it the greatest evil the world has ever known. He said he would help me if I helped bring him home. I don't know. Maybe I am losing it. I've been working too much. I can't sleep. Seeing things that aren't there. You should speak to him. Maybe it would make more sense to you.
No. I don't think that is necessary.